Residential sales comparison and income approaches, page 82. Applying this factor to a comparable transaction, it would look something like this. Here's your sale price, there's your date of sale, and time adjusted sale price. It's looking like you have two comps here. So for 627 Elm Lane, the sale price was $337,000. The date of sale was 4 months ago. So you take the number 4 and you multiply it by 0.2395%. That equals 0.96%. Then you take the 0.0096. So you moved the decimal over 2 places to the left on that beforehand. And you multiply that by the sale price of $337,000. That equals $3,235. So you have a dollar percentage calculated. The time adjusted sale price is now $340,235. So basically you just took that number and added it to your original sale price, and you have a time adjusted sale price. For your second comp, 532 Oak Drive, its original sale price was $309,000. It sold only 2 months ago. So you take the number 2, you multiply it by 0.2395%. That equals 0.48%. You move the decimal over 2 places to the left, and you take the 0.0048 times that by the sale price of $309,000, and that kicks you out the dollar adjustment of $1,483. All you got to do after that is add it to your original sale price, and you have $310,483 for your adjusted value to your comp. The appraiser must clearly understand, however, that market conditions do not always move in such a straight line fashion. There actually may be steps or up and down movements during this course. This is why it is very important that the appraiser looks at sales and resales in the shortest time frame possible. Let's look now at another example in which the comparable sale has had multiple arm's length transfers in the past several years. For example, another comparable transaction has been located in the subject market, which sold in the past few days for $326,000. The property transferred 1 year ago for $335,000 and 3 years ago for $295,000. When we plot these sales on a graph, the following trend line is revealed. Here's your graph. Here's your years. On the bottom, you have 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago, and so forth. And then on the vertical part of the graph, it starts out at $275,000 all the way up to $350,000. 3 years ago, that comp sold for $295,000. And then it goes all the way up to $335,000. You can see the line in between it, the direct path going up. And then it came back down a bit to $326,000. If the appraiser attempted to consider only the 3-year trend, $295,000 minus $326,000, a false indication would be produced. The result from such an analysis would appear to indicate slightly more than 10 5% appreciation, or 0.29% per month, which would result in an inappropriate adjustment when applied to sales transactions that took place in the last year. What can be seen from the trend line on the graph is that the property sale price had significant appreciation over the first 2 years, but the sale price declined in the past year. Page 83. Looking now at the change in the sale price for just the past year, the rate of decline in sale price is revealed as negative 2.69%. To calculate the rate, divide the amount of the decrease in sale price during the last year, $335,000 minus $326,000. That equals a $9,000 difference. By the amount it decreased from $335,000. Here's the formula. You have the negative $9,000 divided by the higher earlier sale of $335,000. It then equals negative 2.69%, or negative 0.2242% per month. If this downward factor were applied to the same comparable data that we used in the last example, the result would look like this. Same thing as the last page. You got your sale price for your first comp of 627 Elm Lane, which was $337,000. The date of sale was 4 months ago. And you take the number 4, you multiply that now by negative 0.2242%, which equals negative 0.90%. You then move the decimal over 2 places to the left, giving you negative 0.0090, and you multiply that by that sale price of $337,000. That equals a negative adjustment of negative $3,033. Your time adjusted sale price now from the $337,000 minus $3,033 leaves you a final reconciled price of $333,967. For your second comp of 532 Oak Drive, it sold for $309,000 only 2 months ago. Take the number 2, multiply it by negative 0.2242%. That equals negative 0.45%. Move the decimal 2 places to the left, and you take the negative 0.0045, multiply that by $309,000, and you get the dollar adjustment of negative $1,391. Minus that from your original sale price of $309,000 gives you a reconciled adjustment value of $307,609. The 2 previous examples illustrate how sales and resales of the same property can be used to identify an adjustment for market conditions, as well as the importance of carefully observing trends of change and the amount of change. Another method that an appraiser could use to identify and support an adjustment for market conditions, though possibly not quite as reliable, is paired data of sales that are mirrored in all respects other than their sale date. Possible paired data might include mirrored physically and locationally homes in a subdivision, mirrored condominium units, mirrored residential building lots. When relying on mirrored data, it must be recognized that real estate markets are imperfect, and even though the paired data may be outwardly similar or for the most part identical, market participants do not always recognize all properties the same. In other words, the difference in selling price between different properties may be caused by factors other than purely market conditions. Therefore, several sets of data may need to be analyzed before reaching a conclusion. When the appraiser does not have any of the aforementioned data available for analysis, the appraiser could look for indications of changing market conditions by examining other types of data, such as, but not limited to, differences between listing prices and selling prices. End of page.